Men who like to keep their morning routine simple will love these multi-for-him gummies, specially formulated with 12 key nutrients designed to support men's daily nutritional needs. Nature-made multi-for-him gummies help support muscle and bone health. It improves your immune health, and it increases your energy metabolism. With the quality you can trust, Nature-made multi-for-him gummies have no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial sweeteners, and is gluten-free. Pharmacists around the world have recommended Nature-Made to be the #1 vitamin and supplement brand. So when you need something that's going to help you get you through the day, when you need something that's going to increase your energy to help you get you through that workout, to make you perform as an elite athlete at the top of your ability, try Nature-Made multi-for-him gummies, because you don't want to stop to the 12th round.
Hey, yo, welcome to the Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas and the Technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. Behold the church of the ghetto, feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress on gorgeous acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, if you see this man in a dark alley, run. He will beat you up and throw your ass in the trash can. He is the green-eyed bandit. He fights people. Sometimes he bites people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop your daddy ass, the one and only Roosevelt, the fighter. What's happening?
Someone done messed around and put a sword in my hand.
Why do you keep giving you stuff to hurt people with? I don't understand.
Because they understand the deep darkness that I have inside of me that needs to be unleashed.
You need Jesus. That's what you need, sir. What's happening, my brother?
What's going on, Brian, man? Hey, for the people that are watching, if you guys are wondering, I am in training for another movie. And it's kind of like a Highlander type movie, so that's why I have this sword in my hand. We was training today, and I was getting my fingers toe up. My damn thumb, the knuckle on top of my thumb hurts badly, bro. Bad. But I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna let my fingers calcify, have some calcification, and I'm gonna get through it. So I'm gonna be ready for this movie. I'm gonna kill it.
I done calcified my knuckles playing the the knuckle game with the pencil. Just pop. Yeah, I did. Back in the day, my knuckles done got calcified from that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? We have a producer himself in the building. We also have an actor. This man has many hats. He is a jack of many trades, and he is a protege of the one and only Roosevelt, can you please do the due diligence and introduce the best damn champion? I'm sorry. Introduce our esteemed guest.
Yes, and it is just befitting that I would have this on this day, because he is the shogun of professional wrestling. Okay, when I first met this young man, I met him through the stunt team. You know, I'm in this movie called Birds of Prey. When I first met him, we were doing Mortal Kombat. We were doing a fan made film of Mortal Kombat, and at the time they were doing things like Black Panther versus Ryu from Street Fighter. We was getting ready to do Star Wars. I mean, we were doing a lot of different things, and we was able to actually film a full movie. And then a year later, he contacted me and said, "Hey, man, I want to give professional wrestling a chance. I want to give it a try." And he came out and he realized what other people say it's not true, but it is. He realized why they call me a psycho. But he didn't run. He didn't leave. He stuck around. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself, and hear the story of our guest, my trainee and mentor in the acting and stunt training world, Mavrick Vo.
That's right. That's right.
And he's the hyperdrive champion, the best wrestling champion.
Let him know.
Yeah.
Let him know, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you guys here. What's going on?
Oh man, we're so excited to have you here, Mavrick Vo, man. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Like I'm super stoked. It's finally feels good. Feels good to be back on the best damn wrestling podcast.
Yeah, man, because the last time you was here, you had a little beef. You know what I'm saying? That you had the championship that you are holding now was once held by Blade Brown, and y'all had some words to each other. You told him, "Hey, man, I will be the next Hyperdrive champion," and look at you now. Look at you now.
But you know what, Brian? Yes, I still have the title on my waist and all, still holding and carrying it from promotion after promotion, but I still need that mat from Blade. I still need that.
Well, see, you asking for violence. That's how I know you are a protege of Roosevelt. I don't know what is wrong with you people. Well, y'all, he said, "I want all the smoke with Blade Brown."
Want it all, man. And to me personally, I feel like I'm not the Hyperdrive champion yet until I beat Blade Brown. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Look, I may have beat CJ Evans, him and his little weird infamous team, but personally, I just need to beat Blade in order for me to have this as your Hyperdrive champion.
Man, let's talk about that real quick, because you just had you've had a couple of great matches, man, lately. And the last time I seen you, man, you was getting stomped out by Infamous. I ain't like that. I said, man, if I was there, I would have jumped in the ring and started whooping asses, but I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I would have had a beer bottle in one hand and the pistol in my pocket, and I was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? To fight for my champion, man. But I love to see the work that you are doing and your growth and development, not only as a champion, but a worthy competitor, man. And you are your name is getting out there, and you were putting butts in seats, man. Let's talk about how you got started in wrestling. I know that Roosevelt said that you had hit him up, but really, what sparked your interest in the wrestling world?
It's funny because when I was young, right, I've always loved, from the very beginning get-go, I was into watching, from anime, cartoons, superhero movies, and then, of course, watching pro wrestling. That was my whole bread and butter right there. I just grew up watching Monday Night SmackDown, and then TNA and New Japan. I grew up watching that, and it's, thankfully it's because of my uncle. He taught me and showed me a lot of things when it comes to that kind of culture realm, from the comic books to pro wrestling. So, at first, when I was young, I was here and there, trying to figure out what I really do, because my mom would always question me, "Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up?" Because because he's like a lot of things, and the things for me is, I knew I wanted to be a pro wrestler, but I just never got a chance to think about it and just lean and touch towards it until, man, until I say 2 years ago, I went to a SmackDown show with my girlfriend, and she told me, she was like, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool just to see you like as a pro wrestler?" And it was funny because we were watching Cody Rhodes wrestle against Damian Priest, and I just and I was like, that would be really cool because I remember I did a little bit of wrestling training with Roosevelt for a film a while ago, and I liked it, and I was just like, just haven't got a chance to really reach out to him until after that SmackDown show. It just really clicked, and I was like, this is really, I really like. I really wanted to do it because it's just an amazing atmosphere just to see people rooting for their fighters. From, you got the baby face, you got the heel, and it's such a really cool experience. And I just felt like, to me, I feel like I belong into that ring for sure.
Yeah, man, and I think that stems from some of your combat training, and you're well versed in many practices, right?
Yes.
What practices do you participate in?
So, what I started was Taekwondo, and after Taekwondo, I've been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for 3 years. Been going through competitions as well, and then diving into Muay Thai and MMA. So I do a lot of styles. But yeah, those are my main background for my martial arts skills.
Okay. So if you ever get in a fight with Mavrick Vo, just know that he will take your kneecaps out with one kick. Best believe. Yeah, you never felt the leg kick like that. First time I seen you throw a strike was a leg kick, and I was like, "Ooh, that look like hurt." I did not. Yeah, it echoed and everything.
You will
Go
call
ahead,
me
Russell.
master kicks nowadays in the ring.
There you go, the master of kicks.
Talk. Speaking of your different disciplines, talk about the transition that you had to go through in terms of like the Muay Thai, the Taekwondo, the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, into professional wrestling. Like, what was the most difficult for you in terms of all those different disciplines?
Wow. Well, personally, like, so when I started jiu-jitsu, right, I started to learn to understand how to use more so of the weight of my body, all strength. And then from Taekwondo, it's a lot of cardio, you know. But when I'm diving into pro wrestling, you got best of both worlds, but it's like double time, you know. And personally, as a fighter myself, pro wrestling is not a joke. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, especially going through the workout with this man, Roosevelt, right here, you know, telling me all these squats, running across the ring, doing all these crazy exercises. And then, hang on, Brian, wait for this. And then having to spar before or afterwards during a pro wrestling training seminar. Geez, it was a lot of work. A lot of work, but
Insane.
at the end of the day, it was a great experience, and I love it. I love every moment of it. I know Roosevelt scared so many people, but I'm one of those guys. I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna stick around.
Yeah, I did one of his insane ass workouts. He almost killed me.
But did you die?
No, I actually came out stronger on the other end. So that's a testament to your training, sir. Whatever. Uh, oh man. So the last time we spoke, man, that you showed that you had a love for anime, and you just mentioned it a few minutes ago, man. Um, what anime? Uh, what's your favorite types of anime? Like what are your go-to anime cartoons or comic books?
Oh man, I love a lot of action animes. Everyone loves Dragon Ball Z. That's the classic. Motivational. Like, I gotta go work out. I gotta hit the gym. I gotta go beat somebody up, aka Roosevelt over here. But I got the same energy too. Want to fight everybody in the ring. But personally, besides Dragon Ball, I feel like to me, because I grew up watching this anime. It's called Naruto. Um, so it's just about an anime about a kid who has like a goal to become the Hokage, basically like the king of his village, and he's training every single day and going through all these obstacles. People call him you can never make it, you can never do that, but he's always willing to train and get to where he want to be, which he became Hokage. So Naruto to me personally was the anime that I um, grew up and got inspired through any kind of arts that I would dive into, especially for film or pro wrestling. And of course, for those who've watched newborn wrestling, my entrance when I walked out, it was heavily inspired by Naruto. So with the whole speech of a character named Madara.
Okay. All right. See, I could never get into Naruto. Maybe it's just me. You know what I'm saying? I was a Dragon Ball guy, and then when I saw Naruto, I think I saw something like one of the characters on Naruto could beat Goku, and I think it just pissed me off so bad I just completely shut it off. I was like, "What are you saying?" Yeah, but if I'm dating myself, I think my first introductions to um anime was like Gundam Wing,
Yeah, yeah.
and all of those. I mean, I'm trying to think of like it was a lot back when I was growing up, but it wasn't as
Voltron.
cool as it is now. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pokemon. Yeah,
Voltron. Voltron was like the very first.
Voltron. Yeah, Voltron was
That,
technically anime. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Um, can you talk about the explosion of anime right now? Because it's hot in a lot of places. Like you see a lot of Comic Con and anime festivals, and I believe your lady, your girlfriend, she likes to participate in cosplay as well.
Yeah, she's a cosplay content creator, so that's what she does, and she does a lot of mainly on TikTok. So we both love we both love the anime culture of it, and being able to see a lot of people and even ourselves like cosplay, dress up, have fun, do some cool photo shoots, even make films about it. We get invited to these conventions, from New York Comic Con, which that was like the biggest one that we've attended last year, and it was a really cool experience. Um,
Awesome.
but yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
let's let's dive into you for a little bit and
Yeah.
your background. So tell us about like your family life and what it was like growing up.
Oh man. um, well, that's a really tough, not a tough question, but that's a really deep question. So I grew up in a in a family where it's a really funny thing. I like to call it the Asian stereotypical, where my family had expectations, especially it was from me and then my cousins, how they all be like, "Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up?" It's always that question, when we always have family reunions and all. And when I was young, I remember I've always had the mindset of just being different, you know? And I remember this one day, my grandma would always ask everybody, like, "Hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? When you graduate college, when you this, what do you want to do?" And I would hear my cousins being like, "Hey, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer." It's the stereotypical kind that everyone, that your parents or any, in general wants to expect their kids to be, you know. And for me, during that time, I told them I just wanted to be an actor, an actor, filmmaker, and then now as a pro wrestler. And sometimes, my family will look at me like, "You think that's an easy job?" And they'll look at me crazy. I'm like, "What? I just love the atmosphere of it. I love being challenged. I love being able to be different. I love to break out of the stereotypical culture, especially myself as a Vietnamese American. You don't see a lot of that, you know, and especially myself as a pro wrestler now, you really don't see a lot of Asian Americans here in North Carolina, stepping into the ring. And matter of fact, just being able to step into that ring and then coming out of that, and I just hear people saying like, "Yo, this is really cool. I've never seen an Asian American wrestle in North Carolina." I was like, really? I know we got a lot of people on TV. You see New Japan, you see a lot of uh, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, but you never see a lot of Vietnamese wrestler. Not even one, not a lot. So, with that being said about my background, I've gone through a family where it's here and there with more support but less support majority of the times, just because when you grew up in that kind of lifestyle, a lot of people have expectation, well, which is, family members have expectation of you to do what they grew up to do. But for me personally, I just like to just do something different, be different, but also try to create my own name, my own legacy.
Talk about the team that you built around you with the stunt, because like we're like a real legit family type
Yeah,
of, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And I think that's like the biggest thing where it has elevated you to be able to do all the different things that your family does not really. Some family may not approve of. Someone like look at you kind of crazy. I know your
yeah,
mom has gotten on board with it because she's been watching you do your
yeah.
thing. But talk about the family that you've actually built with the stunt team.
Yeah, so with the things that I've built, with the stunts that we had, um, I started doing this when I was in high school. I had a background of, the theater arts major as well. And I remember, taking a workshop, and it was a stunt workshop. And this lady, she happened to be a stunt director for Batman the Dark Knight, like, which is crazy. And she pulled me to the side and was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about like doing like an action scene or action films or whatever?" I was like, "No, I never thought about that until, now, having that mentality of I've I've always grew up just being kind of like the lone wolf, you know, didn't had like Roosevelt didn't have a lot of support, but I was lucky enough to have my mom to be able to support the things that, that I choose to do. But I felt like that motivation had really boosted me up to create my own company, but also at the same time create my own team where everybody who steps in, I treat them as family, but we all have the same goals, and that's my job, as a stunt coordinator, stunt director, film director, is to create that environment that a lot of people right now at this moment may have a hard time finding where they want to be, but they're always welcome in my team to be able to bring something to the table that we can make something great, but at the same time have everyone achieve their goals.
What kind of stories are you compelled to tell, um, based off of your um, the type of things that you want to produce? You know what I'm saying? Is it only action and placed in the comic book world? Do you actually want to tell real stories of real people like
Yeah.
yourself?
So it's funny. That's a really good question because I've actually created a film, something just like the way you just have questioned about, and it's called Nightwing Rebirth, and it was, man, very successful film. Like we legit just released it, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and it was on the movie theaters and everything. We had a red carpet premiere, and I definitely personally, like, with that project that I've made, I felt like it was a connection with this character. If anyone knew who Nightwing is like basically Robin, the sidekick of Batman, where he went through things in his personal life where now he has to basically figure out on his own and try to become better than Bruce Wayne, and personally that's how I felt with myself, and being able to put some things personally in life, that's what I like is being able to put things in life where I can just put towards to the story and the character, so that way the audience can really feel and understand um the character's pain, but also this is like something that I like to, it's like a diary, you know you're writing a diary into a movie and really displaying what people could really see and get motivated from. So
All right, I see that. Well, listen, I already told Roosevelt this, but whenever y'all do any kind of movie, if y'all in North Carolina, just keep me on speed dial because I want to play a villain of some sort.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll be a villain of some sort. I don't know who, but I'm gonna be somebody. Just let me know.
I'm
I
gonna keep
got
that in mind. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
you. Yeah. Oh man. You mentioned something a little bit earlier, that you were the only Vietnamese wrestler in North Carolina that you know of, right?
Yeah.
But that also opens up opportunities for you to be that representation, you know what I'm saying, for other Vietnamese kids that might be watching you, or Asian kids that might be watching, but like, oh man, that's cool. What does it mean to you to be that representation for that community?
Honestly, it means the world to me because, you know, for me when I was a kid, just being able to watch TV and we don't really see that much representation. And I've always told myself, man, I just want to be like Rey Mysterio. I just want to be like John Cena. I want to be like Randy. But there was not a lot of Asian Americans or Asian people in general, Asian wrestlers in general, being on TV having screen time. And the only time as I got older, I just see Shinsuke Nakamura. That was the most coolest thing ever. Shinsuke, seeing Io Sky, um, those were the people. Seeing Julia, like those are the wrestlers that heavily got me inspired to do what I am doing today. Is to be able to create that here in North Carolina. It's just inspire a lot of people. That's the goal. Like you said, you don't really see much Asian Americans or Asian pro wrestlers here, so it definitely means a lot to be able to represent and also show that don't be afraid of doing things that you want to do. you know you don't have to listen to anybody. You just listen to your heart and just follow it. Just follow your gut and just keep moving forward.
Speaking of listening to your heart and moving forward and following your gut, you had the opportunity to be a Power Ranger. Let's talk about that experience,
Oh,
bro, because that's one of like the biggest stories that you have, and it is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? To hear
yeah,
that story,
yeah,
you had
Like legit
legit,
Power Rangers,
right.
yes.
like that.
Legit Power Ranger, yes. So yes, like Roosevelt said, fun fact is I auditioned for Power Rangers and I was very, very close to get casted. Very close. I was ready to fly to New Zealand, be gone for 8 months to be either the Red Ranger or the Gold Ranger. So, and it happened to be the show called Dino Charge. Um, and it was such a great experience. And man, where do I start with this story?
Start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning, so
Yeah.
um yeah, so when this is in 2018. So I actually auditioned for Power Rangers two times. Two times. The first time was for Ninja Steel, and it was a very great experience. I was very lucky enough to connect with a friend who found out from another friend who worked with an agency, and he hit me up and said, "Hey, like there was a Power Rangers audition. Like, do you want to try it?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know. I don't know if I'll make it or not." So during that time, me and my friend, his name was Trevor, and we he wanted to audition for Power Rangers, and he asked me, he said, "You should do it. You should do it." So we both decided to audition for Power Rangers, and I remember that moment. The first audition tape was introducing yourself and then show things that you can do. So basically, it's kind of like your physical test, like a showcase of what you can do. And so we basically did it at the same time. We were just making some fight choreographies at someone's dojo. And then next thing you know, it was like 12 in the morning. We decided to submit it at the same time. And then once we submitted, the next following day, we both got the email. So he opened the email. Well, we both opened the email at the same time. So we were nervous. We're just like, okay, let's open it at the same time. And then we're going to be like, see how it goes. So as soon as I opened mine, he opened his email. I looked at him so happy. And he looked at me looking so disappointed. I was like, oh my gosh. He got cut, and then I got a call back. So I was like, holy crap, I can't believe I got a call back from Power Rangers. And then that's when, after the audition tape, they had us do another audition tape, which sets to basically receiving a script from them and then just being able to act for them through a tape. And, during that time, I didn't make it. It was only I think it was round one from the callback, and I was cut from there. But that didn't stop me. Within, I think, a year and a half later was when Dino Charge came out, and I received like a notification from, again, a friend of the same agency was saying, hey, Power Rangers are back again, do you want to give it a try again? I was like, why not? Let's just do it. Who knows, right? So this was the moment that I was like, I went far. Like, when I mean far, I went super far. I was all the way to the end of the line, signing the contract, and was about to fly. But it was such a crazy experience because during my audition, right, I went through just the basic audition tape, callback, callback. Now having to show up there and wear multiple different color t-shirts. And it was the most craziest experience because I think I would see at least 50 to 60 different people. I could you not, wearing different clothes, wearing different shirt, pairing up with a different member of the Power Ranger, because they would put you in a team one day and like, hey, you're gonna be blue. Okay, I'm gonna wear blue shirt. I see this guy, red, yellow, pink. Then the next day, I'll still be blue, and then I would see different actors wearing different t-shirts, and I'll work with a whole different set of like members and stuff. So I'm over here like, okay, I got to do the same thing, but also work with different people. So it was very challenging, but as it got better and better throughout the whole, couple of weeks of auditioning for Power Rangers, there was starting to begin rumors of people like who they're assuming who's going to be the Power Rangers. And, I remember that day, the casting director would tell all of us like, hey, just keep it a hush. Don't say anything. I know you've seen all these people have like, their little fan cast of wondering who's the Power Ranger. So I guess apparently someone found out that I was auditioning for Power Rangers, and they were saying like, oh yeah, it'd be really cool. I think Maverick should be red. And in my heart, I said, oh my gosh, I really want to be red. So, but I didn't say anything, obviously. I'm over here just skimming through the phone, seeing what's going on with the Power Ranger community. And the most craziest thing is that next following day, when someone just had a little prediction of me wanting to be a Red Ranger, the casting director decided to put me on a red t-shirt, doing like auditioning for the Red Power Ranger. And personally, to me, I think that was the most crazy experience because I've never seen an Asian American play a Red Ranger except for the Sentai version. We're talking about the American TV show here. We've never seen an Asian lead actor playing a Red Power Ranger, the leader. So fans from the Power Ranger community were just going a little bit stir and crazy about it and say, oh yeah, I think it would be really cool to see Mav as Red Ranger. So I'm over here, looking at my phone, and I'm like, oh geez, they're calling it, they're calling the shot. They already know what it is, what's going on. Well, I'm over here just zipping my mouth and try to continue on auditioning for the Red Ranger. And it's crazy. And then, throughout the whole day, next thing you know, they'll switch me into the 6th Power Ranger, which is gold. So I'm going back and forth, red, gold, red, gold, red, gold. And I'm like, I can't believe this is happening, And I was very, very close. And I got to the part where I already signed the contract, everything's sealed, done. And the next thing you know, the day that they were about to announce Power Rangers, the day they were about to announce who were the Power Rangers, I got a phone call, basically, I think 7, 8 in the morning. And the casting director said, we're going to go for a different direction. And I was just, I was so heartbroken. Just because I felt like I have put so much to the table through that audition. and the obstacle, and telling the casting directors, even the producers, of what I can put to the table. Because I legit, Brian Rosa, I legit told them that I wanted to bring back the days that JDF, Jason David Frank, Tommy, the Green Ranger, the day where the Mighty Morphin days, how everything was all, there was no stunt double. Everything was all based on their skills in martial arts. And I feel like I could bring my talent into that, into their Power Ranger era, but have the, the memories of people saying like, wow, he can really do all that stuff, and he's legit like a Power Ranger. He can do all these fight moves and everything. So I wanted to bring back that kind of vibe where people can see like, oh yeah, I'm getting the gist of Mighty Morphin. I'm getting the feel, the nostalgia, instead of like, the nowadays the stunt doubles, or the cringy weird movements, because it's never the same as the old Mighty Morphin. And that's what I told the producers, like, hey, I wanted to bring back the way it is, like how JDF and the others did, because I know I can act, I know I can fight, I know I can do choreography, whatever the stunt coordinator want to show me choreography, I'll just do it right in front of the bat for them. I'll put everything on the line for them, and you don't need to worry about stunt double unless I'm injured. but that was it. And the producer was really happy about it, like, yeah, and it just made so much sense of why I think back, and it makes so much sense of why they wanted me to do red and gold, was because I was very motivated to get what I really wanted. And for some reason, I thought I was going to get blue, because I just feel like a lot of Asian Americans play Blue Rangers or Yellow Rangers. So being able to do something different and audition and have the opportunity to perhaps play a leader or the sixth ranger, that's a whole different story. So yeah, but like, again, unfortunately I didn't get casted, but I was very blessed to meet um the Green Ranger himself, and I had the most like awesome like motivation from him and tips from him at a convention center, and he knew who I was. He was like, I know who you are. I saw you on like your audition. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe a legend like knew. And it happened to be, again, Tommy, the actor who plays Tommy. And it's unfortunate that he passed away a couple years ago, but I was very
Yeah.
blessed to meet him a year beforehand.
Oh man, that sounds like it was a great experience, man. If
Yeah.
you were able to make a fan film version of the Power Rangers and you were in it, and I'm pretty sure that you already kind of hinted on what color that you would. What color ranger would you be, and what would your animal Zord be?
Oh man. Personally, to me, I've always loved the leadership of Red, but I would definitely say, just for Jason David Frank, the white and gold. I'm not white and gold,
Ooh.
white and green. That's he's such an inspiration. I grew up watching him, and meeting him in person was the whole, like, wow, this guy is a really genuine dude, but he's super like, he's such a talented guy. He knew how to run the business. He knew, he himself was an actual MMA fighter, which I don't know if anyone knew, besides him being a Power Ranger, he actually knows how to fight in a cage. But, you know, having something like that, like having that background, like, and the similar background as he does, like, I felt like, um, I was pretty close of playing something similar like Tommy. And that's probably one of my dream goals and bucket list, is to play something that's similar to his colors, green and white. Um, so that's, yeah.
I don't know, man. That Gold Ranger would have been fire.
I
I'm
know,
just saying.
yeah, I
That
know.
gold, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience when they told me that, and then being able to see the suit. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. You can look it up. It's on Dino Charge. They had the gold suit on and everything. I was like, yeah, that's really beautiful.
Are the suits spandex or are they like
Spandex.
layers of clothing?
Yes.
Okay, just a onesie. All right.
Yeah, it's hot. Putting the helmet on, it's hot too. Yeah, it's a whole different story.
Oh
Wait.
man.
Brian had a second part of that question. So what would your Zords be?
Oh, my Zord. Okay, my animal Zord. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me think real good. I don't know. I would say more so of dragons. I love dragons. Dragons, tigers, and let me get one more. In.
I've never seen a spider Zord. I think that would be fire.
That would be really cool too. Wolves too. Wolves. I love wolves. So
Yeah.
those are the three animals I would love to do for Zords Wise.
Okay. All right. Roosevelt, what Power Ranger you gonna be? Huh?
I would definitely be the Black Ranger. You know what I'm saying? But I would probably end up being a villain. Knowing me, I would be like the one that the Emperor over Lord Zed and
Yeah.
I would be over Lord Zed. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be over the Machine Army, everybody.
Yeah. I'll probably play the dumb counterpart. This Gordon or something. Oh man. Well, look, I know that you have some acting chops, man. And for some reason on this show, whenever there's another wrestler, Roosevelt always has a problem with it. But just so happens that you are his protege, man. So I want to see if you are up for a promo battle against Roosevelt, almost like a sensei and a student kind of thing going at each other. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to bring the heat. And I think some of the best promos are with the people that you like and love. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see you say the most scathing, hurtful, disrespectful things to Roosevelt within reason. And I want y'all to tear each other heads off in this promo battle. Are you down for this challenge, young Maverick?
Let's do it. Why not?
Shucky ducky quack quack. About to make it happen, Jack. All right, who got first?
Maverick.
Oh,
Maverick.
You go first.
Oh man, he throwing you in the fire first, son. All right. Beautiful people, you know what time it is. We are going to war.
Look, Roosevelt, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Very, very carefully. I believe right now at this moment, even if we set up a match right here, right now, I think I can take away all of your titles and take away what you have gained, but now just take it all. Because guess what? You have been training, or you have been working, 7 to 8 years in the ring? And look at me now. In less than a year, I have gained this as your new Hyperdrive champion. So what are you going to do about it?
Not a damn thing. He ain't gonna do nothing about it. Oh man, China's just been thrown out by the great Maverick Roosevelt. What you got?
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Young Maverick, you came into this business looking for an opportunity to prove yourself. Prove yourself to your family, prove yourself to your heritage. What could you prove to me? What is it that you can really prove to me that you have a championship that I bestowed upon you? that I gave you the opportunity to fight for. You see, everything that you have within you, I gave it to you. I brought you into this world, and I can take you out. You see, Maverick, I've been doing this for 16 years, son, not 8. I haven't been doing this for a cup of coffee like you have. And with all your backgrounds, I've exceeded every inch of what you can do. And I've shown it to you time and time and time again. And all you've been able to do is learn from me. So if you and I step in the ring, and if you dare put that hyperdrive championship on the line against me, you're going to learn firsthand just like everybody else does. Dare I say it? You've heard it before. That my name is Roosevelt. And I like to fight.
Book it. Book it. Put money on the student versus protege. I want to see it in the kendo stick battle. Yeah.
You know, I got something. Hang on. So you telling me, Roosevelt, you've been doing this for what? 16 years.
16.
16 years. That's right. For these 2 years, all I have been seeing you is in a business suit and tie, and I've been seeing you get pinned in a 1, 2, 3. Now, here's the difference between me and you, Roosevelt. You know how to fight, right? I know how to fight too. Now, where's your belt rank? I ain't see anything about that.
Let me remind you of something. Before you step into that, Brian, let me remind you of something, Maverick. You had to train to get a belt rank. Let's go back to this past Saturday. In fact, let's go back to a couple of months. You see, whenever you step in the ring, no one fears you. You've been getting your ass whooped. Not by one person, not by two, but several people. In fact, I've been one of those guys that whooped your ass a couple of times. Whenever I step in the ring, in fact, whenever I step in the locker room, you hear the murmurs of people saying, "Hey, man, that's Roosevelt right there. Look and see if he got any milk on him. Hey, man, is that your opponent today? Yeah, I feel sorry for you." Why is that? Because that's Roosevelt. That man loves to fight. I don't see many people stepping up to me, Maverick. I don't see many people getting together and saying, you know what? If we get together and we jump in, we got a fighting chance. They know deep down in their heart and in the back of their mind that they don't have a damn chance. It could be 1, it could be 5, it could be 20. They all fall to my feet. They all back down. And if you don't get it through your mind right now, you will fall too. Watch your step. It might be some shit in front of you.
Woo! Okay. Are we clear? Are we clear?
I had to put the daddy voice on him real quick.
Boy, y'all see the steam coming up. Y'all feel the pressure. That's a hell of a promo between both of you guys, man. I love it, like it, book it. Damn it, we got a place for it. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to make some shake. But man, that was a great promo battle from the one and only Mavrick Vo. Maverick, you got some chops, man. And I'm listen. I really am interested to see what you do. You have the world in front of your feet and a body full of talent, and I think that you will go very far in whatever you decide to do, whether it's wrestling, whether it's acting, or promotions. Man, I'm happy to see it. What are some of your aspirations? Like, what would you like to accomplish within the next 5 years?
Next 5 years. Wow, what would I like to accomplish? Well, let's just start off with filming. You know, that's the whole bread and butter before anything else. Uh, I would love to see my production, my team, my stunt team, the company that I started back in high school, um, to become one day a really big Hollywood franchise. An organization where we can train celebrities, we can train professional wrestlers, we can train anybody who wants to dive into the field of entertainment. Um, Also, next 5 years, this is what everyone wants to say. It's the typical, I want to get into the WWE, but personally to me is I want to be the best pro wrestler as a Vietnamese American in in any company, in any company. And that's my bucket list now. I even have a bucket list this year, saying like, hey, you're gonna crowd the cage and show the Indies, the show North Carolina what you really got. Then you're gonna show out of state. Then you're gonna show the world what you really got. You know, I think those are the two main things that I see in within myself the next 5 years is to create a business, to create more opportunities, but also to inspire a lot of kids and a lot of people who really wants to achieve those kind of goals, but never had a chance to, or are just stuck. You know, so that's my goal for the next 5 years.
Oh man, I love that. Love that. Absolutely. Let's take a fan question real quick. We got a question over on Instagram from Loving Indie Wrestling. I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with that. What's your thoughts on CJ Evans and the Infamous?
Hey,
Real shoot.
I can say, listen, the Infamous says they can do whatever they want, right? They just need to be careful on what they say because I got something planned. You're just going to have to wait and see. Now, they think they have beaten me. It sounds like to me everything else, every match, starting from the whole Infamous versus me and Jared. Yeah, I knew Jared betrayed me. That was the wrong move on me. But all they did was cheat. It was never a fair fight. So I like to see the next one on one, every single one of them. That's all I got to say. They think
Nah,
they
it's
can
just
take over the company. It's not going to work like that unless we do a fair fight.
you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of like back in the hood, if you went and you got jumped by somebody and you went to go tell your mama or your dad, and they were like, all right, I want fair one-on-one fights with each one of y'all and my son. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's the thing they love to do is they love to just group together and then just try to cheat their way to whatever they want to do. That's a little gimmick. Whatever we want to do, But guess what? They're gonna stumble something really bad, and that's all I got in plan for them. So
Absolutely. Whoop they ass, Maverick. Whoop
hey,
their ass.
I'm ready.
Put your damn hands on my champion. Just call me. I got you. I got your back. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
I can't trust anybody anymore, Brian. I tell you, I already make a mistake trusting Jared. And he look at him now. I should have seen that a while ago when he was best friends or with Jack Tatum. I shouldn't have seen that like way back, but you know what? It's okay. We're just gonna go up from here.
Absolutely. We're gonna go up from here. You hear that? Yeah, man. Oh man. Let me ask you another question. And I think this is prevalent. Once you what would you like for the wrestling business to know about Maverick Vo?
I'm different. I am different. And I know, and this is something that I'm very grateful to have Roosevelt as my trainer because he knows my style. He knows diving into a pro wrestling business can be very frustrating, can be also pretty intimidating, right? But all I can say is I'm different because of the fact that I am blessed to have all these skills and these background, and now being able to showcase and bring it to the table in the ring, it gets a lot of people jealous. I tell you that it gets a lot of people jealous. How come this guy? How did he get this? How did he already get the hyperdrive champion? Why can't I got that? I've been training this for 3 to 4 years, buddy. I've been training this for over 8 to 9 years of working my ass off, fighting in and out from competitions, and now being able to bring what I have and these skills to the ring. And I definitely feel like 101% I deserve what I have. And it's this right here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, y'all see it, damn it. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
Oh, that's all the questions I have, man. I mean, this has been a great interview, and we appreciate you coming on, man. Um, what do you got coming up next?
Well, Birds of Prey. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier in the podcast, but we have an upcoming film. It is a female superhero team where they face against Bronze Tiger, which Roosevelt is our Bronze Tiger, one of the main villains. So that's going to be coming up. We're right now just continue on the production, and then we're going to wrap it up very soon. Hopefully, we release it by end of this year.
And you're also in
Absolutely.
another movie too, so you want to drop that a little bit?
I am. So currently right now I am in 2 films. Well, which one of them is in Birds of Prey. I will be making my return as Nightwing. And then Supergirl, another company that have brought back that wants to bring me in, but this is a different multiverse. Nothing is connected with Birds of Prey and their universe. So their universe is very different. So they're doing a Supergirl film, but yeah, they wanted me to come into their film to be as Nightwing as well. So that I am very excited. So lots of people just want to bring me back as Nightwing.
Would you ever want to do your own character, like create a character from scratch and with the origin story or something similar to yours and bring that to the screen?
Absolutely. Yeah, which is funny because I have wrote a film and it's actually been released a while back, but I thought about of recreating it with high quality that we have now with all our technology. Um, and it's called Argent Assassin. So it's very much so
Yes.
Rosa knows what he's
Yes.
talking about. Um,
Yes.
it's about legit 2 brothers. They are in a clan, and it's in the realm world of werewolves, basically. And their clan has a belief where they are pure evil. Werewolves are pure evil. We kill them. We try to extinct them. But one of the brothers, which is the character that I played, their clan has a shogun, and that's where I got my nickname from. The shogun, or known as the Argent Assassin, is basically their leader. But in order to become the leader, you have to go through trial combat. And once they have their leader, which was the character that I played, Kai, You start to see throughout the story he's accidentally got bit by a werewolf, which he turned to werewolf, and then his clan turned on him. So now he has to play both roles and know two different sides of the story and try to balance the world out. So you're getting a lot of action-packed, supernatural, and drama. Lots of drama.
And I
I
was a
like that.
werewolf in that one. I was excited.
Yes, you were a werewolf in that one. You were a
I was
werewolf in that one. But yeah, I would love to dive right back into that production, and not just to continue it, but just to create it in a upgraded version in pure cinema. Because back then we didn't have a lot of high quality cameras and crew and stuff, but now we got everything all in one. So I would love to just dive right back into that and just recreate it. So
Oh, that sounds fun. Now I want to be a werewolf. Damn it. I won't even think about being a werewolf, but I can stretch real good. Yeah.
real quick. What
Yeah.
I would like to do real quick is for Maverick to kind of run down films that he has done, and where the people can see the films that you have done.
yeah. So you can look, like, if you type Ronin Reels on YouTube, um, you'll see all the old films I made. I made a lot of DC films, starting from Red Hood, and surprisingly, I did make a Naruto fan film, which I think I almost hit 1 million views for that, which is crazy. And then going from like little action scene, like fight scenes from like Rosa Black Panther versus Ryu, and then Red Ranger versus Johnny Cage, and then we continue on uh making something original like Argent Assassin, and then now we're making like a DC fan universe, which started from Nightwing and then Birds of Prey. So we're kind of right now at the moment creating that little MCU, but right now it's the DCU of fan films. So we're trying to create that kind of realm world right now. But love to go back to original. Love to go back to the original stuff.
Absolutely. This is just a inquisitive question. Is there any red tape that you go through whenever you're trying to make a film, a fan based film?
Yes, it really depends because of the fact of, as long as you don't make any profit from it. If you do make profit from those fan films, you'll definitely get in trouble.
Mm,
Yeah, so there's a difference because we have to, when we make fan films, we have to, number one, always create that title that this is a fan made film that is made non-profit. We make no profit out of it, but if we did, Warner Bros. Disney is going to come right after us, like right off the bat. So we were very lucky, like when we make, especially our Nightwing fan film, when we premiered it in the theater, none of the tickets were sold. Nothing. There was no selling merch or anything about it. We were just bringing everybody in, coming in for free to enjoy the show. It's all passion and love, and attending conventions and sharing to the fans like what we have and what we got.
now screw that. Drop that werewolf movie and make some money off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Make
No.
money out of. I can make money out of, but everything else from fan films can't
Yeah.
make no money, not even a penny.
Boy, camera equipment and it's too expensive.
It
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it, man. Well, look, Mavrick Vo, man, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, man. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and you are always invited here to kick it with the best damn crew. So we got to have you back home, and you could be here interviewing our guest and being a part of the best damn crew, my brother.
I would love that. I would love that.
Absolutely. We have this portion of the show where we like to give a little bit of motivation, a word of sorts, a limerick, a prayer, whatever comes on your heart that you want to share with the beautiful people. So, Mavrick Vo, do you have a final word or word of motivation for the beautiful people?
I do. I do. And I've always carried this from film, from competitions of sparring, fighting, and then into professional wrestling in the ring, I always tell myself is that you'll never know if you can fly unless you take a leap to fall.
Ooh, I love that.
You'll never know if you can fly unless you take a leap to fall.
All right.
Yeah.
So take that with you. You know what I'm saying?
You just
I
got
love that. You gotta take that. Just gotta take that leap. Absolutely, Assassin's Creed style. You know what I mean? Oh man, that is a final word from the Shotgun Shogun, Mavrick Vo. I didn't know if you would like that or not when I first called you. I was like,
I love it. Look, a lot of people I already got crazy nicknames already. Like first it was Shogun, and then having you saying shotgun, or with shotgun Shogun, and then I got someone saying Kickmaster or Master of Kicks. I love it. Bring all the names and bring all the names. I love it. I love it.
All right. I call you Shotgun Shogun because you get hit one time and feel like you got hit 15 times. Yeah.
I love it.
I love that. Oh man. Roosevelt, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Yeah, and it's not like the usual final word. It's more so of insight. So I will be doing some self-defense classes on TikTok. So I want everyone to join in. I was talking to a couple of people the other day. I was doing my workout and I was on a punching bag and I was showing techniques of how to punch the bag correctly and how to throw a punch. And a couple of the ladies that was watching was asking about situations if a man wants to grab you or things like that. So I kind of dived into that a little bit. And then I actually sat down on a panel of people on my TikTok and was like asking them, would you be interested in it? What would you like to see? What would you like to learn? And so I got a lot of insight. So that's something I'm going to start doing in the next 2 weeks. Is offering, is showcasing a self-defense seminar on TikTok Live. And if Maverick, if you're available, come over to the gym and help me out to demonstrate some things. But the final word for that is it's not about fighting, it's about freedom. You don't always have to fight to get out of a situation. It's all about just knowing how to get out of the situation to gain your freedom. So that's my final word for the best damn nation right now.
Exactly. There's the final word from your boy, Roosevelt the fighter. Set us free. let us free. Yeah, let us free.
And I said it wrong. It's not about fear. It's about freedom. Not about fear.
It's not about fear. It's about freedom. I like that. All right. It's not about fear. It's about freedom. Okay. All right. Well, beautiful people, if I have to leave you with a final word, my final word to you is procrastination is the biggest enemy to progress. I'm going to say that again. Procrastination is the biggest enemy to progress. And I think that as a creator, and Maverick, I know you can attest to this, that when you're a creator, you have so many things that you want to do. And sometimes you get stuck in your head and it holds you back from actually doing, you know what I'm saying, and putting things in place. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to come up with the process to be able to execute the goals that you have in your life. You know what I mean? And stop procrastinating on things that you should go ahead and get done. I know I procrastinate on a lot of stuff, and I got my wife to keep me level headed, and she'll write down, all right, we need to do this. Here's the checklist. Make sure you get this done. Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right. Well, if I didn't have her, I would procrastination would just eat away at my progress. So, as a person that you want to do things in your life and you want to change your life for the better, stop letting procrastination get the best of you. Stop procrastinating, go ahead and do it. If you're trying to do a new business, like Maverick, when he was in high school, he started a business. He could have let all the factors against him kind of hold him down from not doing it, but he was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it anyway. And now he's able to work in the realm of his dream based off of something that he just started and that he just did because he believed in that vision. And so you have to do the same thing. Stop letting procrastination whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Procrastination is the biggest enemy to progress, but not if you don't let it. That is a final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. Oh man. Listen, beautiful people, we appreciate you being here with us. Mavrick Vo, let the folks know what you got going on and where can they find you.
So you can find me, sorry, on Instagram. Just type Mavrick Vo. Very simple. Same goes for TikTok. Now, YouTube, if you want to look for all the films, you just all you gotta type is Ronin Reels Studio. It's right there. You see Nightwing, you see all the Argent Assassin films, all the DC films. It's all right there. So definitely check it out. And stay tuned for Birds of Prey.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be on that Argent Assassin movie. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna be somebody. I don't know, a nosy reporter that just gets in the way and find out too much stuff, and now they got to get taken out by the Argent Assassins. I don't know. We spitballing here. I'm just trying to put in my audition tape right now to Mavrick Vo.
That's already tape right there. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna review it, and next thing you know, you're gonna hear a call back from me.
What? Let me. I can do another tape. Let me do another tape. Oh man, absolutely. Roosevelt, what you got going on? Where can the people find you?
Yeah, man. Not much going on right now. It's kind of winding down for the summertime because I got the fireworks coming up, so I'm getting prepared for the fireworks season this year. So if you need some fireworks, come see me. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. Follow my TikTok official _ Mr. Everything on TikTok or Instagram Roosevelt the Fighter, and that way you guys can find out exactly where I'm going to be and come get some fireworks.
You got 10,000 on your TikTok yet?
Yes, I do. I'm actually going into 1,100 now. So.
Oh, okay. So you won't go tell nobody. We can't celebrate with you. Huh?
Hey, I told you last week. I told you I hit 10,000.
I don't remember.
You procrastinating on getting that brain.
Oh man! Well, congratulations, man. Roosevelt been begging all year to get the 10,000. Now he at 10,000. He don't even want to tell nobody.
I was begging hard. I was like, please follow me, please.
Please, baby, please give me 10,000, please. Yeah. Well, absolutely. Go follow Roosevelt on his TikTok and see everything that he got going on. My name is Brian Renegade. You can follow me on all platforms at Brian Renegade and see what we got going on. Thank you to all of our sponsors, points.com, Nature Made, Bricks House Nutrition. Thank you all for supporting us. If you're watching us on TikTok and YouTube, thank you for watching us. Also Twitch. I appreciate our Twitch followers. And if you're listening to us in Radio Land, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, we appreciate you. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can follow your boys at the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast and see what we got going on. And we are now in more than 30 countries. They are listening to us worldwide. So, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate the love that y'all show us all over the globe. Maverick, I got to have you help us in the show. You trying to help me?
I got you. You already know I got you.
All right, cool. I only need you to say one word, Maverick, and that's the word damn. But I want you to give me the shotgun shogun version of a Ron Simmons like damn. All right.
Ready?
All right, hold on. I got you. I'm going to point to you. All right. Here we go. Beautiful people, best damnation. We will see you next week on the next Best
Damn
Wrestling Podcast. Oh man, you put that man in a cartoon anime right now, damn it.
right now.
Right now. Yeah, he got to be the voice of somebody. Somebody asking. But matter of fact, if you had to, and this is a quick shoot, if you had to do a voiceover for any character, even if it's a remake, who would you choose?
Hang on. Before you know, it's crazy. I actually did a little fan voice dub of Dragon Ball Z, and it's a character named Trunks.
Okay,
You ready to hear it?
let's go.
Look, my name is Trunks. Look, it's over. It stops here.
That was pretty damn good. All right.
Really
I like that. All right. Yeah, I felt the Trunks energy. You almost was about to go Super Saiyan. I felt it.
Oh yeah.
That's it. All right, man. Beautiful people, we can't hold you no longer. We love you like play cousins. Check us out on all our platforms. We will see you next time. We bid you adieu.